Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, call Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Hakodash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone who will weather told us the truth. Peace, love, blessings, salutations to you, Akim, part of the Bahasham, the house of David. All right, so just real quick through the spirit, I want to go into, it's going to be quick, basically unbelief, all right? And how, in this time that we're in through the spirit, that we must have faith in Yahawashi. And there's accounts, right? Because this is basically Egypt all over again, all right? And this is going to turn into a wilderness too, real soon, okay? It's going to be a vast place, full of famine, pestilence, disease, just we gonna be off the grid. And through the spirit, we don't want to reenact the same unbelief that Israel had, or specific Israelites had in the wilderness. That's why the Lord had Moses and Israel, all right, circling the wilderness for 40 years, all right, because of their unbelief. But let me get this. This is Hebrews chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living power. And that's why the apostles talk about men that have came into the truth and then left. All right, having unbelief and non-faith in Yahawashi, that's an evil heart or an evil mind state. All right, it says, but exhort one another daily while it is called today. And this is an exhortation, man. All right, that's why I'm gonna name this through the spirit. Is the exhortation. Don't have the spirit of unbelief. Okay, and we are supposed to exhort one another daily. All right, because we charge each other up through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, man. Lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For we are made partakers of Yahawashi if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. In the beginning of your confidence, you brothers remember when you first came into the truth, you're on fire. You have to hold that same mind state that you had. And, we have our ups and downs, but you have to, have that breakthrough with Yahawashi and hold that same confidence that you had from when you first came into the truth, man. You brothers know, oh, dang, I want to do this. I want to, because you got some guys that fake, man. They fake the hell out, try to fake this truth. All right. And you see it within these other camps. These guys, this is just a phase to them. It'll pass on. But for us brothers that, that are under the umbrella of a great millstone, that learn under the doctrine of the apostles, which is the 100% truth. All right. Hebrews 3:14, for we are made partakers of Yahawashi if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. And that's what we're approaching right now. All right, that's where we're at. We're at the end. So hold that same confidence that you had. Now it says, while it is said today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. Now this is where I'm going to the history. It says, for some when they had heard did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. All right, when some that heard what? Because remember, in the wilderness you had wicked sons that were, oh, you had brought us out here to die, out of the land of milk and honey. Let me see if I can find that one. Oh, negative report. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I said this is just it was Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Yep. This is Numbers 16 and 13. And this was those that provoked in the wilderness, a part of them. All right. It is, and this is talking about Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. It says, it is a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of a land that floweth with milk and honey. And they were talking about Egypt. All right. Because there were, we were slaves in Egypt. All right. But also too, there was certain just like this place, there were certain benefits, there was certain statuses, ranks, wherever the case may be. You know, there were certain things like you had Israelites probably most likely over Israelites, man. Just like now, you go to a warehouse or something like that, you might have a supervisor, a taskmaster, or somebody that oversees, and then show that in certain specific Edomite movies on the plantations, man. You know, it says, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us. So they was talking stuff, man. They was talking shit, basically. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that flows with milk and honey. And that's a part of that. That was their unbelief. All right. And it says, or given us inheritance of fields and vineyards, wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. So they was talking stuff, man. All right. And Moses was pissed the hell off, man. I'm going to read this again. It says, Hebrews 3:16, for some when they had heard did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses, but with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And Abiram, Dathan, and Korah, the Lord jacked their ass up, man. If I'm not mistaken, the Lord had the ground open and swallowed them up, man. All right. It says, into whom swear he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believed not. It says, let me read that again, verse 18. Into whom swear he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not. Now, another instance is this. All right. This is Numbers 13 and 31. Now, this is when the Lord appointed, I think it was, 12. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 12 men that he appointed to spy out the land. Yeah, 12 spies, all right? And it says, Numbers 13 and 31. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Let me remind you, Caleb, all right? I think it's Joshua and Caleb, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Caleb, all right? They had a good report through the Spirit, all right? Because they were a part of the 12 spies, all right? But these specific spies, all right, had a negative report. This is Numbers 13:31. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Started unbelief. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof, and all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which one of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Which means they were sons of Canaan. They were just big, man. All right, they were really tall. But through the Spirit, you know, how can I say it? That was a sense of unbelief, because that was a sin too, because when you bring that to the congregation of Israel, all right, through the Spirit, all right, you don't say we're going to war. You don't want somebody that's down. Oh, they bigger than that. You don't want to bring that doubt spirit amongst us. That's why the scriptures say exhort one another daily, because through the Spirit, you know, we all we got. So we're not going into the state of unbelief. It's actual law. You know, if any man is scared to go to war, all right, go your ass home. All right. But in this instance, they were just supposed to spy out the land, and they brought back a negative report to Israel. And, you know, that can shake up. Oh, damn, we don't want to go against them there at all. When we know that Yahawashi has been with us the whole time. All right. So, last verse, it says, so we, so like in Hebrews 3:19. So we see that they cannot enter in because of unbelief. And shortly after that negative report, what happened? The Lord said, look, man, because the days that they spied out the land was 40 days. So the Lord said, look, for all the days that you spied out the land, all right, that's how many years that you're going to be in the wilderness, and your sons and all, you know, they're going to basically perish in the wilderness, man. All right. But with that, I'm going to say, call Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Hakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, the great millstone, who will wear to tell us the truth. Peace, love, blessed salutations to you, Akim, this part of the Bahasham, the house of David, man. Hey, brothers, man, keep that belief strong. Shalom.